All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We are back with another MLB quick hit video. It is Sunday, April 7th. It's Ham in the booth today. We got a great slate on tap. We've had a great weekend over here with the addition of the 4Deep DFS platform. Our guy Jerry, aka Scarface, shipping a FanDuel live final seat. You love to see it. We're rocking and rolling over here. But before we get into all the content today, let's talk a little bit about our MLB-only membership packages that we have going on right now. For only $14 a week, you can get in and see all the stuff that's going on over here at the Nation. Also have monthly and season-long packages. The monthly and season-long come with the Discord. Our Discord is great. A lot of minds in there, a lot of coordinators in there talking it up. It's very good. You can enter the promo code MLB15 to get you 15% off. That's for the entirety of your membership. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about some of the top arms on this slate who we're targeting. And for me, it's going to start with none other than Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty, highest priced pitcher on FanDuel at $9,700, $8,900 over there on DraftKings. Gets to take on this feeble Oakland Athletics offense. It strikes out a bunch, and Flaherty strikes out over 25% of right-handed hitters. It looks like he's facing 5 today, if I'm not mistaken. He pitched 88 pitches in his first start. So the pitch count is there. The offense is there. I like this ballpark. For me, he's SP1 on this slate. For me today, the only we'll talk about that guy here later on in the one-off section. But Jack Flaherty, number one for me. Let's talk about the next guy that I like, Andrew Abbott for the Cincinnati Reds, taking on the New York Mets at home. $8,600 on DraftKings, $8,400 on FanDuel. I much prefer him on FanDuel, where obviously he's $200 less than he is on DraftKings. $8,400 at one pitcher site over on FanDuel. High K upside versus this struggling Mets lineup that's not really hitting the ball this year. And Abbott has over a 25% strikeout rate, 2 righties, and he's facing 6 of them today in the confirmed lineup. So give me some Andrew Abbott as well. Next up on the list for me is going to be Mackenzie Gore. And I know we're taking on this Phillies team. Phillies team is good, but man, that Phillies team couldn't hit the corpse of Patrick Corbin on Friday night. They really struggle against left-handed pitching, and they got a bunch of righties in there, which Mackenzie Gore striking out over 25%. This Phillies team, as a team, is striking out right around 30% against left-handed pitching, where they did in 2023. My apologies, but that confirmed lineup is not very good versus left-handed pitching. Once again, I prefer him over on FanDuel, where he's $7,500, very, very good price, but I think he's squarely in play on DK as well. Moving on next is none other than Chris Sale, $9,500 on both sites. Coming back from injury, was pretty efficient in his first start, striking out 7 Phillies through 5 in the third innings, got up to 80-plus pitches, which you love to see. He's taking on this Snakes team, these Arizona Diamondbacks that pretty beat up this Braves team pretty good this weekend. Don't have any wins to show for it, except on I think they won Friday night, but I know they blew a 6-0 lead last night. But give me some Chris Sale. I love his strikeout upside that he has. I'm going to round it out with the White Sox flamethrower, Garrett Crochet. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. I really like him over on DK. He's going to be very popular over there as an SP2. He's only $7,100 over there. FanDuel kind of raised his price, kind of where he's been this year in his 2 starts that he's had, 2 dominant starts that he's had. One of those was against the Braves. So he's making his first road start this season on the road against this Royals team, and just be wary of the weather out there in Kansas City. Got some howling winds swirling around over in Kansas City. So just to recap, my SP1 is going to be Jack Flaherty. We'll have plenty of him over on FanDuel. Andrew Abbott and Mackenzie Gore, kind of the sleeper plays, if you will, on FanDuel, but I think they're in play on both sites. And then Chris Sale and Garrett Crochet to round that out. Moving on to the stacks. Number one stack of the day, pretty easy to pick out. Taking the Atlanta Braves, mashers up and down this lineup. No easy outs in this lineup. On top of the fact that they face one of the worst pitchers on the slate in Nelson from the Diamondbacks, Braves are my number one stack of the day. Number two for me would be the Baltimore Orioles taking on Marco Gonzalez, I believe. Marco Gonzalez, that's what I thought, is on the hill for the Pirates. So give me these Baltimore Orioles as my second favorite stack. Number three for me today, going to be these Seattle Mariners taking on the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. Like the hitting environment. Not a big fan of Colin Ray, so give me these Mariners, number three. Number four would be that White Sox team. They're my fourth-ranked team. They should be lower owned, taking on Alec Marsh. Not a believer in him, and I mentioned earlier those wins, so give me the White Sox. And then my low-owned stack, it's going to be these Reds in that Great American Small Park, taking on Sean Manaea. Sean Manaea was pretty electric in his first start, but I think these Reds can get to him if we can see the 2023 Manaea. Should see some balls going over the wall. So just to recap, Braves, Orioles, Mariners, White Sox, and my low-owned stack of the day would be these Reds. Let's get into some of these one-off hitters and value plays. And I want to start with Ryan Note. I'd mentioned I love Jack Flaherty, but if there was one athletic that I would like, he's a great value play / one-off for me over on both sites. $3,200 on DK, $2,600 on FanDuel. Don't mind some Ryan Noda. Next up, Bryce Harper. Obviously talked about it earlier. I'm a big fan of Mackenzie Gore today, but if I was going to do a one-off, it would be Bryce Harper. I would not pair those two together. In that same game, got the Lane train. Lane Thomas. I think Lane Thomas can take Sanchez over the wall today. Give me him for $2,800 over on FanDuel. Next up, Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds, MVP, All-Star Brian Reynolds. $5,300 on DK, $3,500 on FanDuel. Really like him today in that matchup with Dean Kramer. And then last two, I want to talk about Jorge Polanco. $2,500 for Jorge Polanco on FanDuel. Really great value over there. Only $3,900 on DK. And I talked about the Braves earlier. My favorite Brave today, Matt Olson. $5,900 on DK, $4,100 on FanDuel. He is my home run call of the day. I think Matt Olson takes one over the wall. That'll wrap it up today for me over here on the Ship It Nation quick hit video. Make sure you get in. Make sure you get in over to ShipItNation.com. Enter that promo code MLB15. Give you 15% off any membership that you have, excluding the weekly. Get in our Discord. Make sure you're asking us a bunch of questions. Good luck today in your contest. I'll see you at the top of the leaderboards, and let's ship it.